Hello, it's Andre here, and I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough of Arks. I'll first go through roughly how to play a game of Arks, and then I will do the solo playthrough, covering any changes in rules to play the solo bot Lars. I'll start off by going over the different actions you can take. The very first one is Influence. You'll take an agent and you place it on one of the cards in the court. Those will change to fill the slots. There's 4, and there's a deck that it gets replaced with. The next type of action you can do is Secure. You'll be able to take a card where you have more agents than opponents. So if it was a case of like this, and you're the yellow player, you wouldn't be able to secure this card, however you would be able to secure this. If the white player secured this card, they would take any rival agents, not their color, and put in a captive section. They'll return their agents to their pile, and they've now got this card. You would then replace the court card with a new one. The next action you can take is to tax. You see on the board there is different types of buildings represented by these triangle icons. The one that looks like a building is cities, the other one's a starport. When you tax, you take a city where you own, so your color, so this is white city, or one where you have ships in that area as well. So you can either tax your own city or a city where you have control. To have control of that planet, you need to have more ships than other rivals. So then, in this case, white would be able to tax either their own planet or the yellow's planet. When you tax a planet, you get the matching resource. For white tax here, they would get one of the relics, and they would place it on their board. When you place on the board, you can rearrange your other resources however you want. If you don't have an open slot, you can replace it, the existing ones, but you can't add an additional. If you tax a rival's city, you get the resource as normal, and you also take one of the agents as captives. The next action is Repair. During the course of the game, you'll either get ships that are damaged by placing them on his side to show they're damaged, or your buildings can get damaged, which gets flipped over. When you repair, you flip them back upright for the ships, or flip the cities to the healthy side, and starports. And that can be anywhere on the board as long as it's your color. You can also build. You can take a starport and place it in an area with an open building slot that you have ships in. So you could place it there or here. You could also place it in this situation, but because it's controlled by a rival, it would enter damaged, flipped over. Similarly, you can do it with the leftmost building that is a city on your board and build it. Alternatively, you can build a ship at starports, your starports, up to 1 per starport. You can move. To do a movement action, you take all the ships in the system, which these are planets. This is a gate, and any of them is a system. So you can move them, as many ships from one system to a different one. So you can do that, or you can just move one. If you start in a starport, you can do a catapult move, which allows you to move until you hit a planet or a system with rival ships. So I'd be able to take all three and move them until we get to this gate. And then they have to stop since there's rival ships. You can also drop off ships along the way. So you could move from here, leave 2 ships, and then go there. It's not just rival ships that stop you, it's only if it's controlled by rival ships. So if it was like this, you could catapult move from here, going through, and stopping here. And drop off ships along the way if you wanted. The areas on the board that's been set up has been out of play, so these act as not being there. So this would be one movement. You just skip over the arrows. The final action you can do is battle. In areas where you have your ships, you can do a battle action. To do this, you roll a number of dice out of these 3 colors up to the number of ships you have. The blue dice essentially has 50% chance of hitting, a hit being the starburst symbol. The red dice is much more likely to hit with on average 1 hit per dice roll. The orange dice is a special dice that's only used in certain circumstances. So, the different symbols, I'll go through them. This is the side where nothing happens, so ignore it. This is 1 damage, and as mentioned, ships have 2 health. So if this was rolled, you would flip 1 ship to show it's indicated it's damaged. If it was already damaged, you could destroy it, and then it would go as a trophy into your trophy pile. The next icon is a flame icon. The flame means you do 1 damage to your own ship, since you're running a bit hot. And the final icon is the intercept symbol, which means for every fresh rival ship, they'll do 1 damage back. So in this case, they'll deal 2 damage back to you. The person attacking decides how to allocate damage. When you destroy it, it would go to the rival's trophies. So as an example, say you roll a red and a blue. So 2 hits and 1 friendly fire damage. So fire damage, and let's say you decide to destroy that ship. When you are in an area with rival buildings, you have to first deal damage. When you roll the hit symbol, you have to hit till all the ships are destroyed before you can hit this building. If the system has buildings, you can choose to roll the orange dice. You can also choose to roll the orange dice if the rival has no buildings on the map. This has some extra icons, one being the key. When you roll the key, you can take resources up to the number of keys. So if you roll this is 2 total keys, so you'd be able to take 2 resources, or you'd be able to take cards up to the number of keys. This symbol here, with a triangle inside the hit symbol, means you can deal damage to buildings in the area. If you also destroy buildings, they do go to your trophies, like normal. If you attack a city and you destroy this city, you trigger outrage. When you trigger outrage, you take one of your agents, put it over to the matching resource, which in this case is a weapon bill. You then discard any resources you have of the matching type. In this case, no resources is weapons, and none of my cards has the weapon icon, so I don't have to discard any. Also means that you cannot use matching resources for preload. Then I get to ransack the court. I'm allowed to pick any court card where a rival has any number of agents and claim that. So I'd be able to claim this card. Unlike normal when agents would go to captives, when you ransack the court, they go to trophies and you claim that card. That is all the actions. To set up a game of Arcs, you would shuffle the number of player, set up cards, and then select one. In this case, homelands are selected. Each player, in this case, player number 1, number 2, number 3, would place this city at location A along with 3 ships. They would place a starport at location B with 3 ships. And they would place 2 ships at location C. You would repeat this for every player. Moving on to playing. Each round you'll have 6 cards in hand. These cards are numbered to total 6, and there is a total of 4 different suits. The aggression lets you do a battle action, a move action, or a secure action. Mobilization lets you do a move or an influence. Administration lets you do attacks, repair, or influence. And construction lets you build or repair. So like mentioned, you'll be dealt 6 cards. So I was dealt these 6. And I'm the starting player. So the player with initiative, which is represented by this icon, will choose one of the cards and place it in the lead slot. They will then perform any combination of actions listed on the card up to the number of pips on this card. In this example, it will be 2. Other players would then have the option to surpass, which is playing the same suit with a higher number, and they would be able to do all the pips, so 2 actions. They could play any card upside down as a copy, which means they do the same suit action as the lead card, but they will only do 1 of the actions. The last one is they could pivot, which means playing a different suit, and they will also ignore the number of pips and just do 1 action. You have the option when it's your turn to play a second card face down. When you play your card, to steal the initiative. You'll take the initiative tracker and you will become the first player next round. If no one sees this initiative, whoever played the card that is the highest of the matching lead suit would then become the first player the next round. After round, all cards get discarded, and then the lead player would play a card. When it's your turn to play, whether it's leading or you're following, you can use your resources. What you use resource for is listed on the board. Material lets you do a build or repair in addition to your card's action. Fuel, similarly, lets you move. Relics lets you secure a card. We have agents. And Psionic lets you take another action from the lead card. So if you were copying, you would do either your move or influence, one action. Then if you use a Psionic, you would also be able to do a build or repair. Lastly, weapon means you can treat your card as having another or battle on it. It doesn't give you another action, like the material, fuel, relic, Psionic, but it lets you change all of your played cards' actions to battle in any combination of the original actions it gave you. For court cards, there are two types: guild cards and fox cards. Some guild cards let you use them in a prelude action. So similar to how you could use resources to do an additional action. You can use this card, for example, to discard it. You could use this card to steal one material. So discard this, and you'd be able to take one material from a rival. Fox cards happen immediately when you secure them, and then I discard it. When you're the lead player and you play your card, you can declare an ambition. You'll take this token, put it over there. Your card now becomes a 0, making it much easier for somebody to surpass you and get initiative for the next round. You look at the number that it was, in this case 3, take the highest number ambition marker, place it on that ambition. This will be used for scoring at the end of the chapter, which happens after all cards in every player's hands has been played. So, initially, nothing scores, and it's up to the players to declare ambitions to determine what will score that round. As there's only 3 markers, only 3 of these 5 different scoring categories will score. It is possible for multiple markers to be in the same scoring. Say, for instance, this was the case. You would go through at the end of the round, scoring each of these, but not these 2, because they don't have any ambition tokens on them. When you score ambitions, the person who has the most of that particular condition scores the top number, and a second scores a lower number. If first is tied, all of them instead scored as second. And if second's tied, they score nothing. The top ambition, 2, Tycoon, counts the number of fuel and material, resources, and guild symbol cards you have. So this counts as a Psionic. This counts as a material, that counts as a fuel. So you would count how many of each. Together you have, and whoever has the most would score that ambition. Tyrant looks at the number of captives. Warlord looks at the number of trophies. Keeper is the number of relic. And empath is the number of Psionic. When you score Tyrant at the end of the turn, you would return the captives back to the supply of the relevant rival. And Warlord, you would return the trophies back to the rival as well. The game will end for 3 players once somebody has scored 30 points. And this is usually between chapters 3, 4, and 5. After you have done scoring ambitions, you would check for game end. If it hasn't triggered yet, you would go to the next chapter. You would take the lowest ambition marker and flip it to the other side, rearrange these so it's highest to lowest, and continue on. In this way, as the game progresses, you would flip and flip again. And by chapter 3 and 4, you're scoring much higher, more points. The final thing is when scoring ambitions. If you have placed your buildings out, the person who wins the ambition, if they have uncovered their symbol, will get +2 for winning an ambition. If there was multiple markers, you would still just get +2 once for that ambition. And if you have the second one, you would get both. It would be +5 for that ambition. If the game hasn't ended by the end of chapter 5, because not enough scoring, the game ends regardless, and highest victory points wins after it's triggered. So after somebody gets over 30 in a 3-player, it's not them that wins, it is whoever has the most VP at the end. And that is how you play arcs. Okay, I'll now be going through a solo playthrough against 2 Lars bots. Setup is as normal, and I've dealt 6 cards. They'll be face down for the bots, and I'll place my hand here. You will then number 1 to 4 the court cards, because clusters 1 to 4 is visible. If you had 3 out of play, you would then skip a number. So this is number 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 2 bots are white and red. I'll be playing yellow. They never build a starport, so I'll place all their starports on the same spot. Also, their starport cannot be damaged or destroyed. So that just helps me to remember. Like mentioned, the action cards are face down, and that forms the deck I'll be playing from. And you'll need some D6 dice for randomization. First, let's randomize the target planet for the white bot. Roll a D6. A 5, it's out of play, so I'll roll again. Another. Okay, roll the 3. So there's going to be in cluster 3. Roll again, and 6. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that will be the target planet of white. Repeat it for red. There's 1. And the middle spot. This finishes setup. White has initiative. So we'll take a card, top card, from their deck and play it. We'll then roll 1 assault dice. Depending on the outcome, we'll do different things. If it rolled any flame, which it did, it declares ambition. So 5 becomes declared. Then, if it rolled 2 hit symbols, which it did, it will move focus at the end of its turn. To remind myself, I'll put a dice on the card. Next, I'll do the actions. For administration, it'll do influence, then repair, then tax. To influence, you roll the salt dice again. For every hit symbol, you place one agent on a target court card. The target court card for white matches 3, so that's this card. So it'll place one agent there. If an intercept symbol is rolled, they would also place agents on spots with rivals. Nothing to repair, so we can skip that. And then they will tax. So the only planet that they can tax is their own for a relic. They'll take the relic and place it on their board. When they get resources, they slide them to the right to make spots. I'll cover what happens when it folds up. For now, that is them done. So the turn done, they roll to see where they move their target planet. So, roll the 1 means they're going to go to the next cluster. I can say 1 to 2 means next cluster. Then, number 5 would be last spot. So that's them done. I can easily surpass them with a 3, and it's unlikely I'm the one to declare tyrant. So I'll play my 3. I can tax, repair, and influence. I would like to get my material, so I will grab a material. And then I repair nothing, and I will place 2 influence on prison wardens. The red bot goes. They will roll 1 dice of each color. The blue symbol hit means they do play their card face up. The red double hit means they will focus, move their focus at the end of their turn. And they didn't roll the double keys, so they will not seize initiative. They will first secure, nothing to secure, then they'll move. For movement, you take all fresh ships, leaving behind 1 in systems with buildings. So all these leave behind 1, and you would take that as well. You then place them all on the starport planet. Then you repeat catapult moves, going for different systems. The first priority is the target planet. So when they move, they want to control the target. To control the target planet, they only need 1. They're able to catapult move, like so. And so that step's done. Then they'll go for focus planets, which are planets matching the ID type, which is the moon of the target planet. So they'll be going for the moon spots. The first priority is ones with empty building slots. So these 2. If there's a tie, they will prioritize closer to the target planet. So next movement would be here. To get there, they either go through here, through 2 sections, or they can go this way around. So, since there's ships in the gate to block the movement, they'll first catapult move to neutralize control. Then, they're still trying to get here, so they'll send 1 ship to control their planet. They then do it for this spot. And finally, that's finished for the empty. They'll then try and go for where rival cities on the moon, which there's none. Then rival starports, which is here. So they'll send their two to neutralize here. And since they have no more ships left, that's their movement done. Finally, they're going to battle. I'll start where the target planet is and go clockwise to make it easy to remember. Just first phase of battle is battle wherever they have ships. So nothing can battle here. In the first phase, they just roll one skirmish die per ship. So roll 2, 1 hit. They'll try and deal as much damage without destroying. So we'll do the one there. Nothing over here. To another one. And that's first phase done. In the second phase, they'll go for focus systems, which is either the target gate or focus planets, which should match its ID type. So nothing to battle here, nothing to battle here, nothing to battle here, nothing to battle here. So they're done battling. With them done, their turn, they'll move their focus. 5 is previous cluster, which is 4, and 5 is lost. So targeting same spot. It's white. I had the highest initiative, so I will now get initiative. And discard cards. For my turn, I will do some movement. I will not declare. I will first, in the prelude, spin one of these to repair, neutralizing control again. Then I'll do my movement. Catapult move through to get you. Second movement, I will move here. And third movement, I will move here. And that's me done. Red will go. Rolling one of each. Blue hit, so they do play face up. And the other two is not relevant symbols. So they repair. Red has nothing to repair. Okay, so they'll build a city. They'll prioritize first where they control. So this they control, and that's the only place they control. So they'll build there. They will then build 2 ships at their starport. And that's them finished. Now white Lars. Roll the blank on blue, so it's going to copy. The others do not matter. Okay, so it's going to influence, roll assault, and roll a hit. So it's going to go for cluster 4. Just this one, because it rolled an intercept symbol. It's one more like rivals. No one surpassed, so still have initiative. I will now do a bold action and I will no, I won't declare yet. I'll do a bold and I will spend something that might be useful for when I declare on 6 if I have the opportunity. So I will bold there, there, and there. And I will use this as a prelude Should have done early, but doesn't matter. And I will build another one on there. Red's done. It'll copy. Other symbols don't matter. It's going to repair, nothing to repair. Then it's going to build. It's going to want to build a city where it controls. Controls there and here. Actually missed that before. But if it controls, to try to get a different type. So it would have built here anyway. Now, because it has both types, it'll go with most friendly ships. Same, then it will go for tiebreaker. This one's closer, so build here. Then building its 2 ships on a starport, like normal. White's done. White will play it face up because of the hit on the blue. Other 2 doesn't matter. It's going to secure. White secures this. You go top down. White does not care about court cards. The only reason it collects them is for the symbol. So I'll just have to remember it's got 1 relic extra. Then, to check if it gets guild struggle, it wants to see, does rival have a guild card? No, it doesn't. There's no rival guild cards, so we'll not secure that. Fall back up. White moves, so will not move where rivals have ships. So those stay. These leave behind 1 and then put it here. Now the movement, trying to get to the target planet. This is controlled, so first neutralize. Then it'll try and control this. It wants 5 there. Well, it's only got 4, but all 4 will move. Now, with battles. Starting here. Phase 1 rolls the skirmish dice. 4. 3 hits. Maximizes damaged. So, 3 damaged ships. Go around. Next one would be here. Rolling 3. Nothing. Okay. Phase 2 wants to battle in hexes. It rolls half, rounding up, assault, and then remainder skirmish. So 2 blue, 2 red. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and 1 self-hit. Self-hit, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And no other hexes and nothing in cluster 4. Still have initiative. My turn. I will play my 2 to secure prison waters. I get captive and return those. I will then battle. I'll battle on my planet. Rolling 1 red, 1 blue. Got a hit, a self-hit. I'll battle again. Got 1 hit. And got 1 more battle left. I'll just battle. I'll battle here. 2 red, 4 in a self-hit. So player need to kill this. So done. Red's turn. Roll dice. Only thing is face up. Others don't matter. Oh, need to replenish. Court card. It's going to influence, so roll assault dice. Blank won't actually influence. Then it's going to move Can't move all these ships. Can't move all these ships. Can't move because 1 for building. Can't move 1 for building. So no movement. So in this case, red actually does nothing. Now it is white's turn. White does play face up. And because of that symbol, it plays a second one to seize initiative. It'll only do that because it still has another card left after that, allowing it to go lead next round. So, influence. Roll the assault. 2 hits. So, currently 4. So place 2 more agents in 4. Repair. Repairs on every focus system, which is hexagons. So 1 there. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Repair done. Tax. Not a city, so only takes a relic. When it's got excess resources, you slide over, discard the excess, back to resource. For each one discarded, give it 1 resource power, which will come into play at the end of the chapter. And that's that. Round complete. White now has initiative. They lead. Roll the assault die. They rolled flame, so they will seize. They will declare 2. They will influence, so roll assault die again. Intercept and 1 hit. So a hit is on the 4, and intercept would be on anywhere rival has, which is none. Now they will move. Don't want to move. Don't want to move. Don't want to move. So no movement. They are done. My turn. I would like to declare 6. So I'll play my 4. And I will tax 4. Since Keeper is coming up, I'd like to be second, so I'll tax Keeper. Because I don't believe I can get enough for Tycoon. Or I could possibly do it with that. Yeah, I'm going to instead tax here, grab a material. That's me done. Now right's turn. Roll dice. We'll play. Build and repair. Red repairs in hex. There, that's it. Then they will build. They will build the only spot they still haven't open, which is there. And build their 2 ships on their starport. And that's that finished. White has no more cards, it's my turn. I will play my 6, and I'll declare empath. I will then tax for another material, and I'll tax for fuel. Actually, I will tax for fuel, and I'll tax for relic. Right goes. It will copy. The others don't particularly matter, because it's last card. They will influence. Red's going to influence at 1 location at 4. Then they'll repair. Nothing to repair. They will tax. No taxing. Tax 2 weapons. And 2 fuel. I placed them based on distance. But these guys, they next to each other, so I'll just alternate them. And they have enough spots to fit all of them. And did not surpass, so I still have initiative. Should have moved this earlier. And that is the end of the chapter. Now scoring. Scoring works as normal, except the bots also are going to score undeclared ambitions. So starting a tycoon. 3 and 2. So they lead, so they're going to get 3 on red. I come second, I have 2. Tyrant. Trophies, captive 0. Captive 0, so they won't actually score. Warlord 0. White has some, so they are going to score based on the lowest numbered marker, which is the 2-0. They are coming first between the two bots, so they will get the 2 points. So white also gets 2. Keeper. White is leading. They score 5. And I'm coming second, so I'll score 3. I forgot to give the extra 2 for red for the city bonus, so they should have that when they get the tycoon. Empath. I'm the only one of that, so I get 2 plus my 5, so I get another 7, so I'm on 13. Then we'll score resource power. Nothing for red. White has it. Since coming second, they get 1 point per resource power. And then the resource power gets reset to 0. So that's a score at the end of chapter 1. Flip this over. And we will move focus. So move white's focus. 3, so it moves 2 spots. 1, 2. And first. Move red. 4, same cluster. And 6, stand. I would like to declare empath, so let's go with 6. And I'll declare it. I'll influence on the weapon. Return, roll 3 dice. It will copy since blank. Roll for blue. And double hit on red, so we'll move influence. And it won't actually influence. And nowhere to repair. Moving previous cluster, and then middle. White bot's turn. It will play face up. First it's going to secure. Check if a rival has a card. And yes, I have a card, so steal that. Gets its captive. And it gets its item back in. Guild struggle gets discarded. And there's no extra guild cards to shuffle in. Replace the court card. On to movement. And nowhere for white to move. Just battling. 3 hits, so destroys 1 red ship, damage another. Battle here, 4 hits, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And phase 1's done. Now it's going to phase 2, battling in the Hex, in the chevrons. I call those chevrons. So nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. No phase 2 battles. And that's turn. I still have initiative. I think I will play. Yeah, I'm going to play the aggression 3, because I don't think I'm going to want to declare Tyrant. Yeah, let's play that. I'll secure to get the card. Replacing it. I've got a battle. I will battle. Oh, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 hit and 1 self hit. Okay. Red bot's turn. And it's going to copy nothing else. So secure. It's got nothing to secure. And then it's going to move and it can't move anywhere. To battle. So starting 2 hits, destroys 1 of my ships. In there, 1 battle, done a damage, and in there 2 of 1 damage. Finally, phase 2, none. Onto white bot, roll 3 dice, and it's going to play its card. Move focus at the end of the turn. It's gonna influence, and it's gonna place 1 at location 2, and did a roll intercept, but there's no rival, so I won't place any extra. Now onto repair, and repair and chevrons, nothing to repair. Or on gate 2, now it's gonna tax for its relic, and that's it. So it's got an excess, so that gets discarded, and then it'll gain 1 resource power. It'll use dice strips it. Moving its focus, moves to the previous, and first. That's it done. End of round, no. Seizing initiative, so it's still my turn. I will play the build, I think, here. And won't declare. I'm going to build a starport, and then 2 ships, 1 at each. And now moving on to red bot. Roll his dice. We'll play it normally, and it's going to move focus because there's 2 hits. Then secure, nothing. Gonna move, can't move. And now onto battling. First phase, 2 damage. And next, battled there twice. 1, destroy a ship. And 1 more here, another damage. Then it's gonna phase 2 in chevrons. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing, nothing. No, finish. Moving its focus. Next cluster and last spot. That's it, done. Onto white's turn. It will play normally and nothing else. It's looking to repair, and in chevrons, nothing for to repair. Yeah, no. And building, it has one slot where it can build, so it'll build its city, and then it's gonna build 2 ships at its starport. Yeah. And that's the end of their turn. They did surpass me, so white gets initiative. Okay, white rolls, doesn't declare, doesn't move, repair, still nothing to repair, build. They have no way to build their cities, so they'll just build 2 more ships. My turn. I currently would like to declare in the future stuff that gives me impact on that. I will play this as a build, to build. Okay, that's white. That's me complete. Red's turn. Red will play face up. And they will influence. So roll. They'll place 2 on spot 2. And red will move, which currently no free ships, so no movement. White still has initiative. Right, doesn't declare. They will influence. They will place 1 in spot 1. They'll repair. Still nothing to repair. And then they'll tax. They can tax for 2, but it's only 1. So take it. This time there's no space, so there's slides. My turn. I will surpass them. Tax, repair, and influence. I would like to tax get material, and then I'll repair 1, 2. That's me complete. Red's turn. They will play face up. Move influence. They will place 2 at spot 2. And move. And still can't move. And I become this player. I will play the 2. I will 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I will declare it. Yes. And possibly should have grabbed the fuel. Too late now. Move and influence. I will influence two on admin union, 2 on spacing union. Right, it's done. They will copy. They're going to influence. 2 hits at 2. Lots. And then they're going to move, which still can't move. Oh, this could have actually been moving so far. Missed that. So this would go back here. Then we'd try and move to here. So it would go around and move there. So that's movement done. Probably have missed that for a few movements already. The reason I was able to do it, because there's no building. Okay, white's done. They copy as well, but they'll move. But it doesn't particularly matter because it's the last card of the chapter. They're going to influence at 1. And they can move. Stay, stay, stay. All these can move. First place, trying to get there. They can. So they're going to send the 2 ships here to control it. Then they'll try and go for other ships are empty, which would be this one, which they can go to. Then they'll go for rival city locations, which would be this one or that one. Already have that one. So they'll go here. And that's movement done. They're going to then move focus, but not particularly relevant because they're going to just do it again in a second. But I'll just do it. 3 and first one. Okay, that's the end of the chapter. I still have focus. And scoring. Tycoon, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and none, including the cards for white. So we tie. So 2 each for red and yellow. Tyrants, none, 1 here. Scoring is lowest, which would be 3. 3 points to white. Warlord, they come first, so they'll get 3 points for white and 2 points for red. Keeper, okay, keeper, white has a total of 5. So they will score another 3. 17. None for red. An empath. I'm done with it because there's no plans with cities that's empath. So that's just a stunning resource. I still locked it on. So I get 5 plus 5 is 10. So I'm on 25. When the bots score the undeclared, they do not score the city bonus, just in case that comes up. So white is kind of coming second, so we'll get 1 extra for the resource power. And that's it. Moves across, move focus, move red. Then go next, and middle. Next, middle. White moves. Opposite, so go 1, and last space. And flip. Okay, start off chapter 3. I've dealt out the action cards, and I have initiative. I will start off by doing a bold action and declaring it. And I will build 2 more ships. Red's turn. They will play their card face up. Secure. Red is finally securing a card. I'm getting a captive. They get a fuel. Then flash. Movement. No movement, no movement, no movement. Okay, battle. No battle. Battle here. 2 hits. It's 1, 2. There, 1 dice. 1 hit. 1 here. 1 hit. 1 there. Nothing. Done. Then moons. Nothing, 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 nothing. Done battle. White's turn. They will copy and move focus. So they're going to repair at hexagon. Repair this one. Nothing. Repair 1 at each. So that's that done. They're going to build. They can build there. Yes, so they'll build the city. Then they will build 2 ships. And they will move focus. Previous and first. No one's passed. I still have initiative. I would like to declare. I mean, empath makes sense because it's going to be so easy for me to win that one. So I might as well. So I'll declare empath. And I can influence twice. So I'm gonna, just in case, so no one gets that one. I don't particularly need more initiative though. I need fast, yeah. Okay, that's my influence done. Now it's Reds. They will copy, and they're gonna steal because of double keys. They're gonna influence. Red's gonna influence. 1 at 4. They're gonna move. Don't want to move. Don't move. Don't want to move. So no movement. White's turn. They're going to move their focus and they're copying. So copy, move focus. Roll for influence. 2 at number 4. And then they're going to move their focus. next one, and first was stolen by red, so red is now first player. Roll sub dice. They will not declare or move focus. They're going to influence at 1. Number 4. Going to repair at moons. Nothing, 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 nothing. Tax. To fuel. And 2 weapons. Don't control. So fuel first, since that is Dark Planet. So 4 is going to come off here, so it's going to get 4 resource power. These 4 would slide off, and these are sliding on. Put the resources back. Was discarded. It is White's turn. They're going to copy, move focus, and steal. All of them. Okay. Influencing at 2, 4. So 2 placed at number 4. Now they're going to repair. Repair 1 here. Nothing, nothing, nothing. None there. Then they're going to tax. They control that. They want to tax 2 of these. It's Red's planets, so 2 of Red's agents. Then you get no blue left. Material down. And they don't control that. So they'll have 1 excess. So 1 resource power. And finally, they're going to move focus. Lots of white moving focus. Next, and middle. My turn. I will play my 5, so I get initiative. I can't, because they already have initiative. But I'll play the 5, because that way I get to do 3. Tax, repair, influence. I would like to possibly declare 5 coming up. So I'm going to tax here. And just in case, do that. And then repair and influence. I will influence there, so I've got majority. 1 more. Do I have a repair? No. Do I want to tax? I will just do a second influence here. Okay, that's me then. And white becomes the lead. Roll to check if they declare. They do not, but they will move focus. So, repair, white at moons. Nothing, 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 no repairs. Builds. White cannot build. So, they'll just build this ship. They have 1 ship left. They'll build it. Now they're going to move focus. Previous and middle. My turn. Well, I'd like to save a 5 for later. I only need 1 of you, so I'm gonna secure. Yeah, I'll play my 5 now and use 1 of these. So, as a prelude, I'll secure this. get a couple of captives. And get admin unit, and I already have arms union. Then I will take spacing union. Okay, redstone. They're going to copy. So they want to repair at moons. Nothing, 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 nothing. No repairs. Then builds. They have one city left, but they don't have a spot to build. Then they're going to build a ship. They have one ship left. They do not control, so this would come in damaged. And that is them done. White still has initiative. White plays. It is going to declare because of flames. And it's going to move focus. Declared a 5. It's going to repair at moon. Nothing, 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 nothing. No repairs. It's going to build. Can it build? No. So, because it can't build, it's going to repair everywhere. But just one per system. So, one there. One there. Now it's going to move focus. Next. And first. My turn. Five's already been declared. Would like 2 declared. They have 3. Yes. Yeah. Would I like to do a build or repair? No. If anything, I'd like to move somewhere that I can tax. That would be good. So I'll play this a move, and the thing I'd like to tax would be white. I will move here. So I'm going to take 3 and move, catapult move to here. And it is red's turn. They're going to copy. They can't steal because they won't have any cards left, so it doesn't matter. They're going to repair. Moons. Nothing. 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 No repair. They're going to build. Can they build a city? No. Which means they're going to repair one everywhere. Repair there. Repair there. Repair there. Done. And since I'm the only one with cards left, initiative goes to me. I play last one. I will declare the 2. I should have gone somewhere else, I just realized. Oh well. I will tax this. And I will be coming second in that, so red has 4. I can only have 6, so I'm okay with that. So I'd say that's done. Any repairs? No. Any influences? Might as well. I have 3 left. I will put them on there. Okay. Scoring time. Tycoon. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symbols. 4 here, so I get 4, plus my 5, so I get 9. Put me on 34. Second here for red, so it's going to get 2. Then Tyrant, white wins, so it would get 4 points for white. 22. Red's got some, so we'll get 2 points. Warlord. Again white wins, so 4 points. And red gets 2. Keeper. Definitely white wins, 5, no bonuses. So white gets 5. And I will get 3. Empath. I have 1. It's only 1, so 6 plus 5 is 11. So that's 48. No one else. Finally, scoring resource. White gets 1 for that one. And then red, because it's coming last, gets 2 times 4, so 8. So would be 23. And that would be the end of the game, as I've triggered in game, and white also well and truly outscored the boss this game. I believe this one might be slightly more balanced than most, if you end up being the one who gets the psionic, as it lets you just constantly declare empath. But overall, usually the bots aren't too far behind, or they just eke out a victory. It's usually been about 50-50. Nothing super exciting that game, but it covered most of the rules. Only thing that wasn't covered is how the bot would attack a city, and it would roll the yellow dice, the orange dice. But it doesn't trigger outrage, so don't have to worry about that. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.